This video will show you how to create your own luck using reality transurfing. I'm going to share with you a practical way to go about it, how to understand the process, and how to make it so that you become lucky. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now on this video we're going to be talking about luck and how that fits in with reality transurfing, which, as you guys know, this is a powerful manifestation process that personally I think it can be much more powerful than the stereotypical way that we understand the law of attraction. Now what I mean by this is recently I've showed the scale of consciousness, right? You got the scale of consciousness that goes from 0 to 1,000. 1,700 and above is like enlightenment. That's a whole new level. That's a whole different level. The 500s is like unconditional love. The 400s is more so tapping into the intellectualness. You start tapping into that unconditional love. You get pieces of it. And that comes from the awareness that we are already whole and complete. The 300s are about kind of desire. They're about like the willingness to take action, but it comes from a place of lack. And then anything below that, it's not really relevant right now. And, well, I mean, it could be, because you have these emotions, and these emotions keep us in a certain level of consciousness to where if we feel that resistance, like if we feel anger, fear, and guilt and all these things, we're not actually able to easily attract and create what we want in our life. Now, the idea is that reality transurfing is more so closer to the heart. It comes from understanding, following your passion, intention, parallel realities, how what you want already exists, so how you must embody that. It's almost like there's an infinite number of life tracks, and our choices make a shift from one to the other, and our state of being is what's the most important thing. So this is a higher level of manifestation process, like almost like a higher level of consciousness, and it helps us really understand how to let go, not give anything too much meaning or importance. So it comes from this higher level of awareness. Now with all that being said, basically what happens is when you let go of the lower emotions, when you let go of those and you start to realize you're already whole and complete, it's so much easier for you to create your own luck in your life. Now, this is what luck is from the point of reality transurfing. And before I say that, maybe I should give a little bit more on reality transurfing in case you've never heard of it before. And it's understanding that there are an infinite number of parallel realities, that what we want to create exists right now at a different frequency or a different level, that what we can do is start to make choices, set intentions that shift us to that experience that we want to have. Now there's this understanding of what are called pendulums, and just to give it a short explanation, it's understanding that our thoughts have an electromagnetic energy, have a reality to them that we don't necessarily see. When multiple people are thinking the same type of things, those create thought structures. That's what we call social conditioning. Anytime you see Republican or Democrat, those are pendulums. They suck out the energy of us. And we think we're having our own thoughts when many times we're just thinking the thoughts of the pendulum because they're kind of in a way sucking us in. So awareness is key with reality transurfing, because the moment we become aware is the moment we take our power back. Now, the other part of reality transurfing is understanding importance. This is the game changer for most people that I share this process with, or the videos that I've made so far. It's understanding that when we decrease the level of importance we give anything, we then make it more likely that we're going to experience that or what we want. So the idea is that desire is not in of itself powerful. Desire is something that we feel a sense of lack, because if I desire that over there, I'm also not currently containing that over there. So it's about understanding that and being more about intention. Desire has no power unless it is converted into intention or action. Action also dissipates desire. So what this means is that that's kind of the general overview of what reality transurfing is. And now what I'm going to do is show what luck actually is from reality transurfing perspective. Now what luck is we're shifting through different parallel realities based on our state of being and how we feel. When we give favorable meaning to a certain parallel reality, we could consider that lucky. We're like, this happened, this is a sign of luck. What that is that's us shifting to favorable timelines. And when you've ever heard the saying like things just get better and better or things get worse and worse, that depends on the person's perspective, and that depends on the person that's having the experience. So the idea behind that is it's momentum, right? So you shift to a favorable life track, you start to feel positive emotion from it, you start to see and you perceive of things that resonate with that, and then you start to shift to another favorable life track. So it happens over and over and over again, and it just gets better and better. Now this is like a spiral that goes up. However, on the other side of that is people where maybe something negative happens. It could be something small. They stub their toe when they get out of bed in the morning. Then after that, they go do something else and they attribute more negative meaning to it. And then something else happens and it's more, and it goes the other direction. This is why it is important to understand the meaning we give things in our life, and understanding that life is a reflection of what we believe to be true and where we put our attention and our inattention. So what that means is that you can create your own luck, and that by you creating your own luck, what you're really doing is you're shifting to more and more favorable life tracks that are representative of the state of being that you are in. Now, I've also recently shared, not recently, this is back in the day, I made a video on luck. It was understanding how people, there was this experiment that this hypnotherapist did named Darren Brown, and he did this thing where he went to a town. He's like a mentalist, right? He's a very smart dude with what he does, and very powerful tricks that he could do with like his mind, hypnosis and stuff like that on stage. And he does these like little documentary things. And he went into a city, and what he did is, it was a city in Europe, and it was like a smaller city that had some mysticism around it. So some of the people in there were kind of like open to this kind of like the idea that you could be lucky. And what he did is he didn't let anybody know that he was there. And all he did was he had a lucky dog statue put inside of a park, or maybe it was already there. And what he did is he just had a reporter go out into the city and ask one question. Have you heard about the lucky dog? She went around for a long time. She would interview people for the camera, and because it was like being documented, and these people started to attribute being lucky with touching that dog. So they just were like, oh, well, what about the lucky dog? No, I haven't heard of it. They go to this park, they rub the head of this lucky dog, they put like lottery tickets and they rub it on it. You know, they had a hidden camera that was catching all of it. And all of a sudden, all these people, it created this strong, I guess it was a pendulum from Reality Transurfing's perspective. Oh yeah, it was. That's pretty cool. And what happens is then all of these people started to just assume that they were lucky because they were touching that dog, and then they would interview people and they were having these amazing experiences of, oh yeah, this happened and then this happened. You know, this guy, you know, people were just winning money randomly. People were finding things. And it's a good documentary. It's about 50 minutes long, but it shows the power of people believing that they are lucky. And that could be simply what it is. If you simply believed that from here going on forward that you are just a lucky person, that in Reality Transurfing is called an amalgam, A-M-A-L-G-A-M. I think that's how it's spelled. An amalgam is like an overlaying belief about your life, about who you are. You can set an amalgam for you to be lucky and just start assuming that anything that happens, you're lucky, even if it appears to be negative. You can assume that you're lucky because there could be some positive benefit in it. Now let me explain to you one of the most powerful concepts that I think anybody can understand is knowing that our state of being is the most important thing, but also that everything in life has no built-in meaning other than the meaning we give it. So who's to say that something is lucky or something is not lucky other than ourselves, other than our own perspectives? And what we can begin to do is to, in a way, give everything in our life some type of positive meaning, even if it's some type of learning lesson. Now this is what this does. There's infinite number of parallel realities that we are shifting through in every moment. When we start to get a higher state of being because we're attributing our life with being lucky, with being in the preferred state of being, we shift to more and more favorable life tracks, and we create that momentum for ourselves. So the key is to first off know that we are lucky by setting that amalgam. And then what we do is we just kind of repeat that over and over again repetitiously throughout the day. Not over and over like we just walk around going, I'm lucky, I'm lucky, I'm lucky. But just know, oh, hey, that happened over there. It's because I'm lucky. Oh, hey, that happened over there. It's because I'm lucky. It's just who I am, right? And we start to become more aware of that. And as we start to give that positive meaning to things that are happening, we literally will start to create our own luck. So what's a practical exercise that you can apply in your life in order to make yourself more lucky? You want to know the answer? Gratitude. Gratitude. Feel grateful for the things that are in your life and feel almost surprised that you are so lucky. Feel surprised that you have so much to be grateful for. You know, this is the funny thing too. We are literally spinning on a planet, on a big rock, thousands of miles per hour through space, in an infinite like galaxy that we can't even fathom the vastness of what it is. But sometimes we stress about things that are just ridiculous. We stress about, you know, what this person said to this person on this little planet. If we expand the scope a little bit, we're here right now, we're like, this is what Susie, she did to me, this is what Susie did. And think about it, in the larger scheme of things, we are so worried about all of these things, but in reality, we're spinning on a planet thousands of miles an hour through space. There is water, there's all these elements, there's all these seasons that just work out perfectly. There's grass, there's things to eat. There's just, you know, there's so many ways that life works. It just works. And we're lucky because we're here and we're a part of it. Yet, we get blinded by that because of the meaning we give things. We don't attribute any meaning at all with the fact that we are spinning through space thousands of miles per hour on a rock, this beautiful planet that has like these elements everywhere and has like grass and all these crops and stuff that we can eat. And we're not even grateful for that from a conscious level. We might say, oh yeah, it's just numb to us, because that is the way that things are. We've become numb to our own luck. We've become numb to the, you know, in a certain perspective, we get someplace safe. We get into this little box of a car, we drive somewhere, we go like 300 miles away, and we make it there safely, and it's like, we don't attribute that as being lucky. You know what I mean? Not that we need to be fearful of anything, but the idea is be grateful. Be grateful. You know, we could travel anywhere in pretty much a couple days or in a day or two. You know what I mean? If we get on planes. This is about understanding that gratitude, starting to have those perspectives, and as you start to see things from that point of view, guess what? Momentum will build. Momentum just continues to build, and the more it builds, the easier it gets. And that's why they say the rich get rich and the poor get poor. Why is that? Because those people are focused on what they have or what they don't have. And the more they focus on what they do have, the more they get that. The more they're focused on what they don't have, the more they get that. They continue to create similar experiences based on that. At both sides. It doesn't matter. So it's about becoming aware of what you're focused on. Where is your attention? Where is your intention? And as you focus on both of those things, you can really steer your life in a powerful direction by being aware that you are shifting through different parallel realities. You can find more favorable life tracks by attributing the meaning to it and by allowing yourself to go through that. Don't make it too important. You don't have to make this like you have to do this right now. And if you want to learn how to decrease the level of importance, I've created a free meditation that is specifically on wiring in these ideas of reality transurfing. You can download that in the description box below. It's absolutely free. It will help you to get to that place so you don't give it too much meaning. This is about just being natural with it. Allow yourself to shift and understand the more and more favorable life track. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you guys liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Also hit that little notification gear so that you guys can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.